Kishan Sami in the central defense alongside Simeone Nambenu and Sterling Vasconcelos, the outside backs. Ipeli Leroti and Rodney Lava are the midfielders, with Ilisoni Tui Nawaivuvu or Ilisoni Longaivao on the left and Matthew Thuinuku on the right midfield. Daryl Kakasi and Mohamed Shazil are the two strikers. So no change to the lineup. That's what we've been informed, to the Lautoka lineup from yesterday for our electric Lautoka. For now, all smiles. There was Netani Suluka, the Labasa number 18. Both the two teams in the center circle, with the Labasa, the hands raised towards the heavens. Last bit of prayers. Faith definitely does moves mountains, and this game is a very important one. We are right in the, well, if you look at it, 3 games in the pool for each of the teams. First games played, this is the all-important second match for both of these two teams. Labasa will kick this match off, but before we do that, with the referee Veer Singh getting us underway, let's hear from Nadim Mohammed.
Yeah, an important match for the defending champions. Another 3 points here will surely put them into the semi-final, because the previous match in this group between Suva and Nandi finished with a draw 1-1, and that puts Suva on 2 points and Nandi on 1. So a win here for the defending champions will surely see them in the semi-final on Saturday.
And straight away, from the kickoff, Melvin Money sends Jimson Abana on the run. Ilimutama Chese, happy to just watch it go out of the field of play for a goal kick to for our electric Lautoka. Seniru Simbukini, a bit of a change in his outfit, needed to. The color that he was wearing yesterday would be very similar to the red and white stripes of the extra supermarket Labasa jersey. So to make sure that he stands out in goal, he has a different jumper on. Mohamed Shazil making the run. Netani Suluka closely behind him, and similar to Jimson Navana and Nilimotama Chese's run before. Shazil closely guarded by Netani Suluka, and the ball will end up for a goal kick to extra supermarket Labasa. Akemi Rarulu and Melvin Money, these two players were not part of the starting 11 yesterday. In fact, we were trying to examine and look through the team list to see if they were part of the team yesterday. But they are starting right in the midfield, or in the thick of things, the engine room for extra supermarket Labasa in this all-important encounter on match day 2.
They know the situation here, Lautoka and Labasa. Lautoka, remember, with that 1-1 draw with Suva, is sitting on 1 point, and they would want to further add to that 1 point, while Labasa knows that it's a simple equation, 3 points here, and they are into the semi-final.
Surely, and based on the results, the other results that have, how the results have gone in this game, with that 1-1 draw, Lautoka and Suva yesterday, then again the 1-1 draw, Nandi and Suva today, and Labasa's win yesterday. It's a clear-cut equation for them from here on. A win is on the mission, that's on the cards. And that was pretty cynical from the Lautoka number 2, Ipeli Leroti. You could clearly see him use the hands to pass the ball back to Chese. So that will be a extra supermarket Labasa free kick. So clear equation, a win today would put Labasa into the semi-finals. And I'm sure Master Alvin Chand and the entire coaching panel, they are very clear of this demand, very clear of the mission that extra supermarket Labasa have in this match. Lekimang Gonerao setting up to take this free kick. He just has Ilisoni in front of him, and everybody else lining up at the edge of the Lautoka box. Free kick sent in from Lekima, headed away by Sterling Vasconcelos, and all the way back helping in defense. Daryl Kakasi, Rodney Lava did well to come from behind and take it away. Mohamed Shazil sent on the run. Ilyas Salino knows the danger this man possesses. And what a screamer. That goal from Mohamed Shazil in the match yesterday. The equalizer. And the fans that have turned up from the neighboring city, from Lautoka at 4R Stadium, I'm sure they would be wanting to see more of that today. And talking of goals, we thought that was a goal of the day contender. The goal from Mohamed Shazil, then stepped up Vilitati Kautonga. What a goal he scored for that opener against the in that match against Navua.
And ironically, Vilitati Kautonga, the same man who scored the first goal for Ba here at this very stadium when they played the Extra Premier League against Labasa. So the first goal, ironically, by Vilitati Kautonga on the first day they played football here at the districts, and he scored the first one last night here for the Ba team in this Fmf Idc 2025.
Yeah, that's worth highlighting. When football action returned to Govin Park after lapse of several years due to the damages sustained after tropical cyclone Winston. The first goal that was scored by a Ba player was from the boots of Vilitati Kautonga, and Lord behold, he stepped up yesterday to also send the fans into crazy celebrations with that banger of a goal against Ventex Solutions Navua. But for now, this is about the two teams in front of us, Extra Supermarket Labasa and 4R Electric Lautoka. Seeing that mistake from the Lautoka defense, Christopher Wasasala, he scored the opening goal for Labasa yesterday. So Senirus Mbokini off his line and thought to let one fly from way outside of the box, but the direction was just not there. No danger to Lautoka. That was a let-off for them. Simple lapse in concentration in defense can sometimes result in goals. And in a high-intensity match like this, Lautoka and Labasa have produced so many memorable games, goals. In the yesteryears, some of the top teams in the country, these two in front of us. Daryl Kakasi, the diving header from Shazil.
Yeah, I was about to mention those watching out there in Matuku Island and cheering for Labasa team. We do acknowledge and say a special welcome to you all right down there in Matuku Island.
That's the reach of this coverage on my TV. Super glad to be able to be with you all, the ardent fans of football, not just around the country, but around the globe. We thank you for tuning in, for your subscription, and for being a part of this coverage from 4R Stadium or Govin Park in Ba. Gives us time to acknowledge our partners in this live broadcast. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene, 4R Electrical and General Contractors. Southern Forest, Sustainable Timber Experts. Western Eggs, Dayal Sawmills Limited. Glamada Investments, Smart Efficient Security Services. Smart Security is Total Security. Stratham Construction Limited. Motorex Vehicle Inspection Agency with their branches located in Tavua, in Nandi, Nausori, Lami, Nandera, and Navua, as well as flow valves and hose supplies. Make it flow easier. We also will have the quiz question for you. You have a chance to walk away with the prize in this match as well. And the question that we are asking, based on one of the teams in this match, Extra Supermarket Labasa. Time to go down memory lane, look at the history books. So we have a look at that foul once again on Wasasala. Kishan Sami coming out pretty hard on Wasasala. Takes a knock right on his forehead. being attended to by the Fiji FA medics. So the question we are asking, Extra Supermarket Labasa, how many times have they won the Inter-District Championship? The answers need to come to the My TV Messenger. And the correct answers will go into the draw to win a prize. And this competition is for our viewers here in Fiji. Once again, the Kishan Sami foul on Christopher Wasasala. Medics making sure that he is okay. The captain for Extra Supermarket Labasa. We also think of all those ardent football fans that are recovering, whether at the homes or at hospital, in the golden homes around the country, and not able to make their way to for our stadium or to Govin Park in Bar to catch the action. We hope you are able to catch the action on the airwaves of My TV. And we have you in our thoughts and prayers. And in the same breath, once again, we also pass our condolences and remember Julie Sami in this coverage. Probably we'll get to talk about him a bit more, the late Julie Sami, in the match that is coming up, Bah and Nandraga.
Yeah, and also not forgetting that great man that he was, a footballer and administrator as well, the late Bob Kumar, that has also left us recently. He has contributed to the game of football immensely, and we do pay our tribute to him too.
Jim Sanabana. Raju was looking for Melvin Mani. Leiroti cuts him off. Daryl Kakasi on the chase. First time infield pass was looking. Shazil once again. Chese. Elisoni dancing around. Ipeli Leiroti just outside the Labasa box. Elisoni playing it back to Chese. He had Christopher Wasasala on his heels, but manages to get it away. Shazil now lining it up. Rodney Lava. He dialed one from outside the box. There was an excellent attempt from Rodney. And an equally brilliant save from Simi Tamanisau. The ever-trusting hands of Simi Tamanisau. How many times we have seen him do that? Another attempt, and this time just a one-hander to parry that away. Corner kick, set-piece move coming up for our electric Lautoka.
He's 43 years of age, Simeone Tamanisau, but the way he's playing is more like in his early 20s. Watch him make that block here, the parry away from Simi Tamanisau. Then he had the courage and energy to get up again, and he watched this one closely, the advance and the shot, and he was able to block that one too.
Corner kick, Sterling Vasconcelos. The reaction from the fans, a bit disappointing, the header. So that will go away now for a throw-in to Extra Supermarket Labasa. This is from the corner. Sterling climbing high, not meeting it the way that he would have wanted to. Just needed to give it some direction. Excellent cross from Mohamed Shazil. This is Ipeli Leiroti. Loleivalu was quick to stop his advance and get the ball away. But a free kick right in the center circle to Extra Supermarket Labasa. Acknowledge all our fans tuning in from Canada, getting pretty late in Surrey. Jas, Sony, Sanjay, Vijay and Semali Babu at Club 76 in Surrey, BC. Many Lautoka fans, for our electric Lautoka fans in the list of names we just read out. The cross comes in and Loleivalu, very cheeky. He did put his hands up. Will that be just a talking to? tried to push that in using his hands. Yep, just talking to. No cards for Loleivalu on that occasion. Now this is the other Elisoni, Longaivau or Tuinawai Vuvu. Yeah, a pull on Melvin Money, and you could all hear on our microphones the action or the audio from the field. Somebody asking the ref, what do you think of that? And he said, yeah, I agree with you. Melvin Money was pulled back, and it will be a free kick. So Lekimangone Rao on it once again. Mohamed Shazil just standing in front of him. He'll float one into the Lautoka box. Sterling and Jimson Abana too close to Senerusi Mbokini. Easy does it for him this time around. And he will send one. Mohamed Shazil, if he can get to it, the header from Lino. And, well, that was well executed from Lino. He knew all he had to do, push it up. And the one player that can climb high with his hands reaching up to claim that ball would be Simi Tamanisau. And Simi read that well, came out quickly to grab it. The cross will come in. Watch for these crosses from the right flank for our Electric Lautoka. We've seen that happen on several occasions in this match. So probably that's the side, that's the flank that they're looking at. And a lot of crosses to come into the box. Chese. Elisoni on the second occasion, but Labasa, Loleivalu. Ralulu. Raju. And from the back,
great to watch these two teams making those number of passes around. We saw Lautoka doing the build-up from the right-hand side, and the cross came. And likewise, Labasa, possessional football being maintained by both these teams so far.
Yeah, just towing the ball around. When you don't have options to go back or go forward, rather, to go forward, then you always look to the safety of your defenders and the goalkeeper. They have the best vision sometimes, looking at the spaces. And then we just talked about that. So Lekimangone goes all the way back to Simi Tamanisau to try and set up something from there. Simi, seeing Jimson Abana, tried to push one for him, but Ilimotama Chese will control and not taking the risk of sending it back to Senerusi Mbokini. Just pushes it outside. It's the safety of the touchline and the throw into extra supermarket Labasa. Then to risk sending one into the box where Senerusi Mbokini cannot hold the ball, will only have the chance to control and clear it. Wasasala, there's two players to contend with. Chese and Nambenu went in between them. The infield pass only in as far as Bokini. Sami gets it back from Rodney Lava. Now he sends one in, but Daryl Kakasi knows this time around, futile to chase that ball. Lekimangone Rao had it well covered, and so does now this man, the 43-year-old Simeone Tamanisau.
We saw Kishan Sami involved in the play, playing with a heavy heart here in this Fmf Idc, coming out from that legendary Sami family and losing Julie Sami recently, and still playing here for Lautoka in this Fmf Idc, saying a quick welcome to the barman of Janendra Naidu, the wife supporting Lautoka, as she is from Savenin Lautoka, Payal, and the daughter Arushi also with us supporting Lautoka. But then there is a battle in the family between Ba and Lautoka, Janen Naidu supporting Ba.
So we have fans that are watching this coverage on my TV at the Northern Club in Lautoka. Quick hello to Arishma Singh and the husband and the friends that are watching at the Northern Club in Lautoka. Arishma, though, from Nandi, and cheering for Nandi. They've made it very hard for themselves with the loss yesterday and the draw today. So all left to the last match tomorrow, a battle of the neighbors to see which team will qualify or whether Nandi qualifies. Tough ask for our Electric Lautoka. The 1-1 draw with Powervolt Suva yesterday. So for them, it's all about trying to get a result from this match. Labasa, the equation for them, Extra Supermarket Labasa, is fairly simple. A win, straightforward, a win, and they are in the semi-finals. Kishan Sami, Daryl Kakasi, he was way closer to the touchline or to the sidelines. So running for that ball. Of course, the Labasa defenders were always going to get to that first. Leroti, Shazil tried the left-footed cross. Lino blocked it. Lolevalu, Wasasala, Jimson Abana. Now watch this man go. Nambenu in front of him. And the back heel, that didn't work at that time. Just the communication between Wasasala and Abana. And you can see Wasasala talking to Abana and asking him what happened. We should have had that well covered. Or really, the communication should have been there and it should have come to my feet.
Watch the shape of the Lautoka defense, the number of blue jerseys that were pulled behind when Labasa came from this right inside. So Ravinesh Kumar there at the bottom of his screen, coming back from New Zealand. He was part of the Samoan football setup too. He was the man who took the first Fijian under-20 team to the World Cup and is now guiding the Blues here.
Ilimotama Chese, the free kick awarded to forward Electric Lautoka. Opting to go sideways and not forward. Kishan Sami will control. Kishan. And he saw Ilisoni. Longaivao not marked. And he has in fact overran the ball in the process. That was a good find from Kishan Sami. Longaivao not able to control, so Extra Supermarket Labasa. Goal kick to come. Just a little over 21 minutes played in the first half. No scores so far. Quickly acknowledge our partners in this live broadcast once again. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene for our electrical and general contractors. Southern Forest Sustainable Timber Experts. Western Eggs. Dayal's Sawmillers Limited. Glamada Investments. Smart Efficient Security Services. Smart Security is Total Security. Stratum Construction Limited. Motorex Vehicle Inspection Agency. And flow valves and hose supplies make it flow easier. Not a lot of noise from the crowd. Waiting for some more action, and it's only going to get livelier if we do have a goal. But hold your breath. We still have a lot of them pouring into 4R Stadium. And the local fans, those from here in Ba, be eagerly awaiting, anticipating for the next match in which RC Manubai Ba will take on Parts Link Automotive, Star Pools, Manasa Exports, Equipment Express, Nandranga. Melvin Mani, Ilimotama Chese, no room for Melvin, so that was easily taken off from him, Chese. Rather, that was Leiloti to Mohamed Shazil. 3 Labasa defenders in front of him. Akemi Relulu judged to have fouled Mohamed Shazil. But it felt like Shazil just ran out of room, surrounded by a sea of red jerseys. Did take a fall in the process and the free kick awarded. So there he is, away from Suluka, trying to get away from Ralulu as well. Perhaps that boot that was taken out, and that's the reason why the free kick was rightfully called. Chese. Ilisoni sends one into the box. Who will meet the cross? Mistimed. The chance for Sterling Vasconcelos. Desperate defending from Labasa. Another fall, and the crowd asking for the foul, asking for the penalty. That call wasn't made, but a free kick call for called for Extra Supermarket Labasa. Sterling, the guilty party, the perpetrator on this occasion. So that will be interesting to see in the box. The first fall, or the first time that the player fell, Matthew, and then the second time, two Labasa defenders, that was Rakai and Raju. Not judged to be a foul, no penalty for 4R Electric Lautoka. But then after that, the incident that followed resulted in the free kick to Extra Supermarket Labasa. Simita Manisau. Madhu trying to clear it away. Sterling will not wait for him. He sends a long one. Daryl Kakasi trying to chase. Only as far as Simita Manisau though. In comes the throw. Christopher Wasasala, will that be an offside call? Yes, it did look like from here that he was already offside. So the assistant referee was waiting for him to, he made the run, waiting for him to touch the ball before the flags went up. Correct call from the assistant referee. Chris should have been smart, could have let that run for Jim Sanabana. Sami with the free kick for 4R Electric Lautoka. Kakasi nods it on for Tuinuku. Into the box it comes, the header away, and Lolaivalu will come back to clear. And again, no nonsense clearance. Safety first, out of the box it goes. Will be a corner kick for 4R Electric Lautoka. 26.5 played. And the person that you're hearing in the background is the Labasa coach. Very successful coach already. With the championships in the bag. The IDC, the Fiji Fact, and the Battle of the Giants. The big Fiji Fact and the extra BOG won at home already. So that reminds me, you have the chance to win yourself a prize in this match as well. And we are asking how many times have Extra Supermarket Labasa won the IDC championship? Lolaivalu will be the one to come away with the throw-in. Simeone Nambenu closely guarding Melvin Mani. Senori Simbokeni comes in, collects it. And he will send a long one really to no man's land. There are no blue jerseys there. Shazil making the run for that. Daryl Kakasi was in there too. Lino. Suluka. Christopher Wasasala away from Nambenu, though he clears Jim Sanabana, and those two clashed. Yeah, Nambenu was trying to make the clearance and Jim Sanabana charging onto him. So it will be a free kick awarded to 4R Electric Lautoka. However, for Nambenu, seems to have taken a knock. Will require some attention. the game that we have in front of us. The question that we asked was, how many times has Extra Supermarket Labasa won the IDC? So you send us the answers to the My TV Messenger, and for this game, you have the chance to win a Lenias wireless power bank. The competition, or the quiz question for those of you tuning in from Fiji, we'll do a draw of all the pool games, or the winners from the pool games, and let you know later in the coverage, or perhaps before the matches get underway tomorrow, who the winners will be to walk away with those cool prizes. Action seems to be heating up on the field of play. Simi Tamanisau in that block, injured. That's the Labasa number 18 with a fancy hairstyle, Netani Suluka. And taking a knock on the ground, Simi Tamanisau. As we have a look at Madiu send in that cross into the box, and it's a clash of the two Labasa players, Simi Tamanisau and Iliesa Lino. So he will be attended to. Gives the Labasa players, you see the huddle in the Labasa penalty box. The charging Iliesa Lino will running back, and Simi Tamanisau rushing forward to try and punch the ball away. And I was going to talk about the Labasa players, a chance to quickly catch up, and there you have it on the screen once again. Getting the strategies right, or talking what is next, talking about what is next for them in trying to break the Lautoka defense, because they know the equation for them is simple. A win tonight will give them a spot in the semi-finals to defend their championship won last year. Fiji FA Medics, probably a good time to acknowledge the hard work of the medical team that runs onto the field of play every time that we have a player on the ground. And you saw them on your screen, but they've just stepped off the field of play now. We are ready to restart. Will be a Lautoka throw in to come. Sterling Vasconcelos. Ipeli Leiroti. Netani Suluka, rather that wasn't Netani. There was Rakai. Lautoka have it though. Nambenu. Ilisoni. Longaivao. Ilimutama Chese. You heard him call for it. He got the pass. The cross into the box will be headed away by the Labasa defense. Netani Suluka. Only as far as Ilimutama Chese. Mohamed Shazil tends away from Iliesa Lino. And Lino knows he has to keep a close watch on this guy, Mohamed Shazil. Very quick on his feet. Turned away from Lino. But Lino had the chance to then make sure that Shazil doesn't get a chance. A crack at the Labasa goal mouth. Blocked. Shielded him away. And then finally said, no, I'll just push it out. And a corner kick awarded to 4R Electric Lautoka. Mohamed Shazil into the box it comes, headed away by the Labasa defense. Rodney Lava will control, but it's passed to Chese. It's not a good one, sending Lautoka back. Chese's pass intercepted. Now Jimson Abana, he has the support of Christopher Wasasala on the overlapping run, decides to hold the ball back, doesn't use Christopher Akemi. Raju Sterling in front of him, as well as Kishan Sami. and finding himself in an offside position. He was off before coming back on. Christopher Wasasala did get the touch, that header that he nodded back. So it will be a 4 Electric Lautoka free kick. 33 minutes, almost 40, rather almost 34, thinking of the 4. Almost 34 played in the first half. And it's still no scores. Both of these two teams still trying to make those passes stick, play the flanks, draw defense out, break the shape, try and create those gaps, as we see that Ilisoni, Longaiva, he had some space, but Labasa defense covering quickly, making the clearance. So will be a throw-in. Chese. Chese once again, Ilisoni. Daryl Kakasi. Daryl just dancing around Elias Alino. Simeone Nambenu for support. Nambenu will switch play. Matthew. Sterling. Oh, nicely back heel to Sterling. Matthew will get it once again. The first time cross into the box. Daryl will not meet the height. Now Ilimotama Chese, he dials one. Hits a Labasa player. Deflection goes out and another corner kick. So 4 Electric Lautoka seem to be piling that pressure. Momentum building up for them. We'll give the last 5 or 10 minutes to Lautoka. That's Ilimotama Chese and a deflection of the Labasa defender. Mohamed Shazil on corner kick taking duties once again. Shazil will send it into the box. Sterling meets the cross, and it's a similar situation as the one that happened the last time around. Sterling with a header, and only to find that his header is off target. And this time around, also guilty of pushing the Labasa defender down. So free kick awarded to Extra Supermarket Labasa. Ilisoni. Chese. Ipeli Leiroti. He's had the grand game yesterday, played well, Ipeli. And also today in the midfield for Lautoka. Christopher Wasasala was chasing for it. The deflection will take the ball away from him. Straight to Seniru Simbokini. Chese, he knew exactly where Netani Suluka was. Rather, my apologies, not Chese, Leki Mangonerao. And he nodded it on for him. Netani. Chris explores his options before releasing it. Chris again. Lekima. Only as far as Madiu. Rodney Lava. Sterling. The header down to Leiroti. Looking for Daryl Kakasi, but Elias Salino will head it away quickly. Melvin Mani in the middle. Now this is Netani Suluka. Netani away from Ilisoni, Longaivao. Chese with the sliding tackle, manages to sneak that away from Netani, but Netani comes back to get it once again. Chese does well to nod it to Daryl Kakasi, and a disappointing one from Daryl. He had players on his right as well if he wanted to use them, but now Jim Sanabana in the box, and he will roll that in. A defensive gaffer really from 4 Electric Lautoka. And the ball comes all the way back into the Lautoka box, and Jim Sanabana making absolutely no mistakes. Slides one in. That one will hurt. The cross into the box, and Kishan Sami, in fact, headed it back, and when it came to the foot race, Jim Sanabana beat him to that. Only Kishan Sami and Jim Sanabana to contend for the ball. Senirusi Mbokini out of his line, taking full advantage of that defensive blunder. Jim Sanabana has given Extra Supermarket Labasa that all-important lead. Now this is a result that the fans, the Baba Singh Alliance and their fans from around the world would be hoping for, that they maintain this lead, because with this win, a 40th minute goal will be credited to Jim Sanabana. With this goal, and should they maintain the lead, they step into the semi-finals come the weekend. Lautoka find themselves in the same situation they had yesterday. They conceded the first goal. That woke them up, and what a screamer of an equalizer it was from Mohammad Shazil. Will we see something similar happening today? That remains to be seen. Lautoka conceded that goal in the first half, the penalty to Gagame Feni against Power Volt Suva yesterday, and now also conceding in the first half with a defensive blunder at the back. Jim Sanabana getting that important goal to put Labasa ahead by a goal to nil. Netani Suluka, Christopher Wasasala, acrobatics from Ilimotama Chese to get it away. Confidence would surely have built up with that first goal going in, and now looking for the second, and the decoy runners in the box. Christopher Wasasala thought to go for it himself. He knew the Lautoka defenders were drawn to the other two Labasa forwards in the Lautoka 6-yard. So he decided to take one on himself. Senirusi Mbokini, though, a good save from him. Lolaivalu. Akemi Ralulu. Longaivao. So it hit Lolaivalu on its way out. Elias Alino. Quickly acknowledge our partners in this broadcast once again. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene for our electrical and general contractors. Southern Forest Sustainable Timber Experts. Western Eggs. Dayal's Sawmillers Limited. Glamada Investments. Smart Efficient Security Services. Smart Security is Total Security. Stratum Construction Limited. Motorex Vehicle Inspection Agency, and Flow Valves and Hose Supplies. Make it flow easier. A reminder to all our fans that are tuned in to this coverage on My TV pay-per-view. We do acknowledge all your support throughout the course of the year and the different events that we bring to you live on My TV. But we would also like to remind our fans to refrain from sharing the live streaming, please. It's a big carry from the, strong, firm carry from the My TV crew. And this is because it's not fair for others that are subscribed to the pay-per-view and enjoying the coverage on My TV if we share this live on Facebook or other social media platforms. We can see who you are, and the crew or the team that's monitoring this have told us that if this continues to happen, we will have no choice but to cancel the subscription. So we noticed that a lot of our fans have been sharing the live stream content on their Facebook or other social media pages. And once again, while we truly appreciate your interest in the coverage, with Daryl Kakasi on the charge. And that one goes away. Please be advised that this content is property of MyTV and is protected under our broadcasting and copyright regulations. And sharing or restreaming our live content is strictly not allowed. So we are kindly asking that you remove the live stream content from your page and refrain from sharing future broadcasts. Otherwise, we will have to do away with your access. We thank you so much for your understanding, and that's the message from our manager, sales and marketing, Rosie Ruth, to all those that are sharing the broadcast on your social media pages. .44.5 played. We'll quickly see the amount of time that's going to be added on at the end of the first half. And when we get to that point, Extra Supermarket Labasa, and there you go, the confirmation from the fourth official. 4 minutes of added time. Extra Supermarket Labasa. Sure, the team and the fans will appreciate taking this lead into halftime. Netani Suluka. Lolaivalu. Chris Wasasala is the only option that they have. Chese clears it away. Netani Suluka with the throw. Chese, there was high boots from him. Yeah, so the call from referee Veer Singh on Jim Sanabana. Chese with a foul. Boots rising high. Will be a free kick to Extra Supermarket Labasa. Almost the first minute played in added time. So 3 more minutes. They leave it behind for, looks like it's Sitiveni Rakai. Yes, it is. Famous red strapping around the head. Or the tape that goes around the head. The mark of a lion. Sitiveni Rakai. The 3-man wall in front of him. Rakai lifts it in and across. Away from all of the Lautoka defenders, as well as the 3 Labasa players that were in amongst the sea of blue jerseys. Jim Sanabana with a foul on Sterling Vasconcelos, so they'll come away with a free kick. Raju will play it behind for Lekima. And Lekima knows they have the safety of the added time, so slows play down before releasing one. Sterling turning around and actually walking himself on, well, very close to the sidelines, and outside he goes. So it will be a Labasa, Extra Supermarket Labasa throw-in.
They will talk about the situation at halftime. Surely Labasa would not want to lose the grip that they have, as they are just another half away from making it into the semis.
Kishan Sami, so him too, opts for the safety of the sidelines. Ashnil Raju. Where are the Labasa players that this throw-in will go to? Will it be a short one to Akemi? No, it's one that's thrown closer to the Lautoka box. Lautoka defenders had it away, so another throw-in. Pretty slow end to this first half. Labasa, of course, they know they don't have to do anything fancy. They just need to hang in there, maintain this lead, and take it into half-time. The long throw into the box from the long throw specialist Ashnil Raju. Alekim Angonerao now. And referee Veer Singh will ask him to cut it off. He knew he was taking the ball into touch, and what he did after that was kick the ball further away. And something similar again, and that will be a card for Leki Gonerau. He's already received his warning on that cynical play. That just does enough, prevents the opposing team from quickly restarting. Simeone Nambenu, and as they do that, the ball ends up on the sidelines. The referee points to the center circle. It's halftime in the third match of day 2 at the Fmf Idc 2025. And at the halftime mark, Extra Supermarket Labasa lead 4R Electric Lautoka by 1-0. On 1 point. Lautoka with this loss will also be on 1 point. So that means if Suva beat Labasa tomorrow, that is the first game on day 3. The first game on day 3 is Extra Supermarket Labasa and Powervolt Suva. And should Suva win that game, then the game between the game between 4R Electric Lautoka and AAAK Group Izikul Air Conditioning Nandi will be a dead rubber as Lautoka will get to, as Suva will get to 5 points. So we'll talk about all those possibilities and the situation at the end of this match, and in the match that's going to be played after this, the home team RC Manubai Mba will be up against Parts Link Automotive Star Pools, Manasa Exports and Equipment Express Nandranga. And the fans, once again, the home fans in particular, crowding the 4R stadium, waiting the beats of the drums that you will hear shortly, waiting for the man in black to take field against the team from Nandranga.
Also, the fans crowding out there in New Zealand, the Labasa fans, especially the Rade Rade Boys president of Ravines Chen from Vonivao in Labasa. He's a big supporter of Labasa. Just almost 45 minutes away from a semi-final berth, the defending champions, as the Rade Rade Boys out there in New Zealand, very much glued to the My TV pay-per-view live streaming, enjoying Prem Singh, Gode, Babu, Ravi, Sachida, and Pritesh.
Sterling Vasconcelos sent one in for Daryl Kakasi. And I tell you what, that was hit with some venom from Daryl Kakasi. However, not getting the direction right. Sails up and away. And that will be a goal kick to Extra Supermarket Labasa. We'll use this opportunity to quickly remind you of the chance to win yourself a prize. For all our viewers from Fiji, in this third match of day 2, we are asking you, the defending champions for Fmf Idc are Labasa, but how many times have they won this prestigious piece of silverware in total? So time to go down the memory lanes to look at the archives and let us know. Send your answers to the MyTV Messenger and you win yourself a prize. If your answer is correct, you go into the draw and we'll let you know who all the winners are, probably towards the end of the last match for today. If not, then when we start our coverage tomorrow for the day 3 round of matches. Ashnil Raju, and will that be a call? Yes, it is a call and a penalty awarded. So the almost impossible task for Lautoka of making a comeback in this match is becoming even harder, with Sterling Vasconcelos, the tackle from behind on Ashnil Raju, and that will be a penalty. Penalty awarded to Labasa and a yellow card flashed, and Sterling knows what this means for Lautoka. Very disappointed, dejected Sterling, wanted to stop the advance of Ashnil Raju in the box, and had he taken a couple more steps, the opportunity would have opened up for him to make a pass or try and sneak one in past Senurusi Mbokini. And while the medics have a quick look at Ashnil Raju, we'll try and identify who will it be from Extra Supermarket Labasa that will step up to take the penalty.
Pressure time it is here for Lautoka. They are down by 1-0. Another one here will put further trouble for them, as Lekima Ngonerau will be the one taking this important penalty for Extra Supermarket Labasa, the defending champions.
Senurusi Mbokini being talked to by the referee, so the instructions have been given. And Veer Singh will quickly go and also see that the players are not invading or encroaching into the penalty box, as Lekima Ngonerau to take the penalty for Labasa. The referee waiting for Senurusi Mbokini to take his position. He does so now. Lekima Ngonerau with the responsibility and the chance to increase the lead for Labasa. That trot, he comes in and easy does it. What a lovely penalty. Brilliantly done by Lekima Ngonerau. The players will crowd around him. Extra Supermarket Labasa take the lead 2-0.
As we watch it again here, Senurusi Mbokini watching the moves of Lekima Ngonerau, and that's the way you finish. Cool, calm, collected. The taxi driver there in Labasa town, and I'm sure those of you driving taxis in Labasa will be jubilant in celebration as your own Lekima Ngonerau has given that cushion to Labasa now.
I tell you what, that almost looked like one that was taken off the books of Bruno Fernandes. If you watch the English Premier League, a similar style, that trot and trying to get the keeper into double minds, and you saw that Senurusi Mbokini, he thought to go the other way, although he didn't dive, but Lekima Ngonerau just placed it to the left of Senurusi Mbokini. What a well-taken, well-executed penalty, and that increases the lead for Extra Supermarket Labasa. Now they have gone up by 2-0. And if you look at it, this is exactly the way things stand with the AAAK Group and Easy Cool Air Conditioning Nandi. They lost by 2-0 to Extra Supermarket Labasa and a 1-1 draw with Suva. And if you switch things around. Yesterday, when Lautoka played Suva, it was a 1-1 draw, and now they are down by 2-0 in this match.
It's interesting situations. Labasa could become the first team to be in the semi-final. The defending champions, if they win this one, they are on the verge of doing that. Lautoka has time, though, to come back and at least gain a point to put pressure on Suva. Otherwise, if Lautoka is losing this one, Suva with a win tomorrow against Labasa can surely be into the semis with Labasa.
So now if you turn that situation around, if Suva does not get the win against Labasa in the first match, with what we have currently in front of us with the live scores, there's nothing to separate Nandi and Lautoka. 4R Electric Lautoka and AAAK Group Easy Cool Air Conditioning Nandi are in very similar stands. Loss and a draw. Currently, Lautoka down by 2-0. Nandi lost to Labasa by 2-0. A 1-1 draw with Suva for Nandi and a 1-1 draw against Suva for Lautoka. So nothing to separate Nandi and Lautoka. And should Suva not take advantage of that tomorrow when they play against Labasa. So if Suva draws or if Suva loses to Labasa, that will take Suva on 3 points. And because Nandi and Lautoka have a point each, the winner in that match will qualify. So that will open the opportunity or the chance for either Nandi or Lautoka to go in to the semi-finals if Suva tomorrow does not beat Labasa. They will have to beat Labasa. The draw will still keep them in contention, and then they have to wait for the result of the Nandi-Lautoka match. So those are the possibilities with the current live score. Extra Supermarket Labasa leading 4R Electric Lautoka by 2-0.
So that's the situation here. Is a lot of Labasa fans, including their former coach of Master Ravnil Pratap, watching from Hamilton and saying best wishes to his former Labasa team.
Quick shout out also to Amit Sukal, watching with his group of friends in Nakasi, cheering for the Babasing Alliance, of course. Gives us the chance to also quickly acknowledge our partners in this broadcast on the airwaves of My TV, RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware, Flick Hygiene, 4R Electrical and General Contractors, Southern Forest, the Sustainable Timber Experts, Western Eggs, the Yals Sawmillers Limited, Glamada Investments, Smart Efficient Security Services. Smart Security is Total Security. Stratum Construction Limited, Motorex, or Motor Vehicle Inspection Agency, with their branches located in Tavua, in Nandi, Nausori, Lami, Nandera, and Navua, as well as flow valves and hose supplies, make it flow easier. Labasa have done well, Extra Supermarket Labasa, to get themselves 2 goals in this match, leading by 2-0. Have not conceded any cards in this match thus far. So if you look at it, the two teams in the country that you'd in fact classify as the two most informed teams at this point in time, Stratum Construction Limited, Rewa, the win yesterday and the win today, in pole position in their group, 6 points. And then the champions of the inter-district tournament last year, Big Fiji Fact this year, and the Extra Battle of the Giants this year, the trifecta on the trot. So a series of tournament wins for Labasa. They've also done well. They won yesterday, leading today. And with this scoreline, the match finish at 2-0. That also has them on 6 points. And officially, well, in terms of, if you look at the points table, that should cement their position or their place in the semi-finals come the weekend.
So Labasa here, they have been doing just enough. They may have come in with a plan. They know that they are the defending champions. The demand from the fans around the globe is high, and they are just responding to that. And they would surely, with Rewa, the top two teams in the country, neck to neck in tournaments and competitions, are doing the same here at Fmf Idc 2025.
Throw in for our electric Lautoka, or is it the other way around? It is Extra Supermarket Labasa. That's Daryl Kakasi, the Lautoka number 7 that was on your screens a few seconds ago. So Netani Suluka will run back to take that defensive throw. Lino will clear. Christopher Wasasala does not get to that. There's a new man in for Lautoka, their number 13. Muni Shivam Naidu. There were 2 changes that Lautoka made at halftime, and Muni Shivam Naidu is one of them. Jim Sanabana, now watch him make that run. Will he go for the option of the players in the Lautoka box? He did so, but the cross met by Ilisoni heads it away. And Labasa, Extra Supermarket Labasa, will be happy to just slow things down as the clock ticks away. No need to rush. No need for anything out of the ordinary. You have the lead, 2-0, and you just need to keep it that way. Ilyas Salino and Mohamed Shazil. That battle is always interesting to see. Daryl Kakasi, Labasa plays the defenders. That was excellently done from Lekim Angonerao. He just knew how to come in, do enough, run in front of Daryl Kakasi, and see him overrun the ball. And easy does it. Goes to Simeone Tamanisao. Ipeli Leiroti now. This is Sterling Vasconcelos. For him, disappointing to give away that penalty that led to Extra Supermarket Labasa's second goal. There he is, Sterling. Nambenu. Munishivam Naidu does not get to it. Labasa, that's Lolaivalu. Away from the other Ilisoni. Sterling does not meet the cross, but him climbing high to try and clear the ball away does enough to disturb Christopher Wasasala. But Wasasala, well, he did not really touch the ball, but perhaps that action of trying to go for the ball, and the assistant referee calls an offside.
He got involved in that one and tried to head it home, but then Sterling coming in the way disturbed the whole process. But before that, the flag did the damage too for the captain, Christopher Wasasala. We also
away from the
welcome Fayaz Khan and Kaushik and the boys out there in Wailevu Labasa, cheering for Extra Supermarket Labasa, the defending champions.
Rakai, and then the clearance from Lautoka's number 15, Gulam Razul. So that was the other change, the 2 players that came on at halftime, Muni Shivam Naidu and Gulam Razul. Sterling, Ipeli Leirothi. Labasa players happy to just push that out of the field of play. Sterling. Ipeli, now his pass is not a good one. Christopher Wasasala will steal it. Jim Sanabana, Melvin Mani sets it nicely for Lino. Rather, that was Ilisoni and not Ilyas Salino. What a chance for him. The goal mouth right in front of him. Melvin Mani nicely threaded through for Ilisoni. And instead of going for a finesse finish, instead of accuracy, went for power and lifted it high above the crossbar.
Longaivao, that pressure took its toll upon him to score. He would have wanted to be on the score sheet too, and that's how he squandered that one away from the opposition goal.
Wanted to bury that home, didn't he, Ilisoni? And went for power. And then saw that sailing all the way to Bonivao in Labasa, nowhere close to the Lautoka goal mark. So Labasa will make a change. They're pulling out Melvin Money. They're number 7. And in goes this evergreen Extra Supermarket Labasa player. Taniela Wanga will come into the field of play.
Those out there at Natokawanga in Lautoka will surely raise their eyebrows or raise to their feet in salute for that man, the 43-year-old Taniela Wanga in number 19 for Extra Supermarket Labasa, has represented the Blues for a number of seasons and is doing the same for the Bambasing Alliance now.
Yeah, so familiar to football in Lautoka, Taniela Wanga, but in the red and white jumper for several years now. And then Christopher Wasasala into the box. He comes. Will he set it up for Jimson Abana? No, he goes for one himself. That was a bit selfish from Christopher Wasasala. You'd expect a player of his caliber to at least hit the target if he's not opting for the support play in the box. Ilimotama Chese racing behind Christopher Wasasala. Once again, similar to the Ilisoni chance, went for power, then for accuracy, and has that one sailing over the crossbar as well.
Had Jimson Abana running and screaming for the pass infield, but Christopher Wasasala opted to finish on his own, and that's where he was isolated, alone in that corner from the difficult angle. Lautoka, meanwhile, they know the situation that they are putting themselves into. They don't get a point in this match or 3 points in this match, then they are giving a better chance to Suva to win their match against Labasa, possibly or probably tomorrow, and the Nandi Lautoka match will not have any significance to the standings.
The free kick to come from the left. There's a second ball in the field of play, which is kicked out by the Labasa defender. Moni Shivam will send one in. Sterling climbing high, looking for the acrobatics. Shazil, he does get it though, the bicycle kick. However, Simita Manisao comes out and collects it easily, sending Ilisoni on the run once again. Now his opposing number, or the other Ilisoni, will clear it away for Lautoka. But it's just not happening for them in the final third. Every time that they try and build something for our electric Lautoka, it's the final touch that's always missing, or the pass that just goes astray. Just not happening for them. It was a similar story in the game against Powervolt Suva yesterday. And in this match, the performance with the performance against Extra Supermarket Labasa tells a similar story, and the scoreboard proves that for our electric Lautoka have not lived up to the billing in the Fmf Idc 2025 thus far.
Ashnil Raju getting that odd fall on the ground, coming out of the injury he sustained at Ratu Dakambo Park in Nosori in that extra Premier League match, and he is all okay. I'm sure those out there in Labasa worried about Master Ashnil Raju's condition, but he is all good and okay walking around there into the box.
We wait for the free kick to come. And while we do that, there is another change by Extra Supermarket Labasa. They have pulled out Ilisoni Lolaivalu and sent in Rusiate Ndondoi. He has some pace to burn as well, Rusiate Ndondoi. As the corner kick, or rather the free kick comes in, punched away by Bokini. Ralulu tried to get one away, cleared by Chese. Denwanga, Rakai. This is Lekima Ngonerao, the second goal scorer the one to get that second goal. Class of a penalty from this man. Sterling takes a slip. Wasasala. And that will be a free kick awarded to for our Electric Lautoka. The referee had already blown the whistle before Wasasala had that attempt at the Lautoka goals. There was no need for Bukini really to attempt to try and save it. Munishivam. Ghulam Razul. Will he look for the run of Mohammad Shazil? Yes, he does so. Shazil squaring his options. And Lekiman Gonarao, he did get a hand to it. So it will be a Lautoka free kick. Of course, a free kick better than getting a throw-in that sort of a position. Ashnil Raju will be the only player in that one-man wall in front of the free kick taker. Muni Shivam Naidu on the left foot. Lino comes to join Ashnil Raju. So two-man wall in front of Muni Shivam. Lautoka have pushed 6 players in the Labasa box. Shazil will join them too, the 7th. Muni Shivam. That is very, very deep. And although Rodney Lava tried to put that back into the field of play or into the box for any of the Lautoka players to have a chance to go at it again, a disappointing free kick really at the end from Muni Shivam. Natani Suluka giving options to Simi, and Simi says, no, we're not playing this at the back. I'm going to send this one into the Lautoka half. Ilisoni, Longevau with the header, but brought back by Rusiate Ndondoi. Rusiate to Christopher, tried the 1-2, didn't get it back though. Sterling Vasconcelos. The Lautoka number 15, the new man in Ghulam Razul,
yeah,
is already on a yellow from yesterday, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Ghulam Razul. So would not want to be going into those sort of challenges. The one on City Veni Rakai boots high.
More Labasa fans enjoying the My TV pay-per-view live streaming, and Janen Naidu's sister out there, Sonit, originally of Sengani, Labasa, and the niece, little baby Shaya, supporting Labasa from all the way in Papakura, New Zealand.
For all our fans, the viewers, subscribers from Fiji, you have a chance to win yourself a cool prize. The question that we asked earlier, we'll go back to that. We wanted to give the chance for that free kick from Denwanga, but then that sailed well and truly away. So the question is, Labasa are the defending champions of Fmf Idc. But how many times have they won it in total? We're looking at the roll of honors. So the number of times Labasa have won, Extra Supermarket Labasa have won the FMF or the Inter-District Championship. City Veni Rakai. Look at that man make a run. Tanya Lawanga. Push on Ilimotama Chesia from Raju. So that will be a Labasa, rather a 4 Electric Lautoka free kick. Nambenu. Elisoni, Longaivao, Jimson Abana. Will he steal one? He does so. Christopher Wasasala. What are his options? Rusiaten Doindoi it is. However, covering him well. Rodney Lava not letting Rusiaten Doindoi get a good control of that ball that was threaded through from Christopher Wasasala. We'll quickly acknowledge our partners in this live broadcast once again. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene for our electrical and general contractors. Southern Forest, your sustainable timber experts. Jimson Abana, with that opportunity, just evades him, so Sterling Vasconcelos will bring it away. Also acknowledging Western Eggs, Dayal's Sawmillers Limited, Glamada Investments, Smart Efficient Security Services, Smart Security, East Total Security, Stratium Construction Limited, Motorex Vehicle Inspection Agency, and Flow Valves and Hose Supplies. Make it flow easier, will it? It's the post though. Mohamed Shazil tried to dial one in. Similar sort of a banger, the one that he scored yesterday from outside the box. This one was from the edge of it. Hits the post and comes out. The clean sheet still not broken. Well, the clean sheet still not taken away from Simeone Tamanisau. He also did not concede any yesterday. Christopher Wasasala Chese did well to get it away from him. Just nicely read the run of Christopher and the ball off his feet. Gerald Kakasiwi makes the run, and as soon as he touches the ball, goes for it. The assistant referee will lift his flag, and it's going to be an offside free kick. We have a look at the one from Mohamed Shazil once again. That was a class of an attempt. Brilliant attempt from Mohamed Shazil. Hits the post and comes out to the dismay of the 4 Electric Lautoka fans.
So with the 75th minute approaching here, and Labasa, the defending champions, getting closer to the semi-final confirmation to be the first team to qualify. That can only be changed if Lautoka scores 2 goals here at least.
2 goals needed in the last 15 minutes or so, and we'll have some loose change, some added time to account for the injuries and the stoppages. But you have to question the urgency of the 4 Electric Lautoka team and those sort of attempts at the Labasa goal mouth from there was Rodney Lava. Simitamanisa would be happy to take those all day long. Soft and easy. Ashnil Raju. Ashnil. Gulam Razul will clear. So will be a Labasa throw-in. Ashnil Christopher Wasasala in that battle with Sterling Vasconcelos. Now it's Raju and Razul. Sitiveni Rakai gets it back from Ashnil. Lakima. Watch that sequence of passes from Extra Supermarket Labasa. Dan Wanga. So keeping possession, keeping control before the release. Jimson Abana, there was a good run from him. Chese comes to push him out and gain Lautoka a goal kick, but Jimson Abana getting a knock on his knees, on his left knee when Chese came out defending. So he will need some attention. Referee Veer Singh will call for the medics to attend to Jimson Abana.
Now with Labasa almost securing the semi-final spot, now how will they approach in terms of their team lineup is concerned? We just saw Jimson Abana not feeling well with the challenge that he got into, and there may be others with niggling injuries and recovery required. So it all depends on the coaching panel out there on how will they look at the lineup against Suva tomorrow.
That's a good point, with the Labasa securing the victory in this match, securing themselves a spot in the semi-final. Do they need to send their best 11 in the match against Suva tomorrow, or do they rest some of the players for the semi-finals in the weekend? So they make a change. They are pulling out Daryl Kakasi for our Electric Lautoka, and going in is Zibraz Sahib. Zibraz did not play in the match yesterday, didn't have any part in the draw with Suva. He gets a run on in this match with about 12 minutes to play. Doi Nambenu had that covered, but that will go out for a corner kick to Lautoka. Labasa are now preparing a change. Not one, in fact, two of them. We'll wait for the change to be made, but for now, the corner kick to come. Christopher Wasasala. Headed away by the Lautoka defense. Rakai has a go at it. An adventurous drive really from outside the Lautoka box. No harm done, no danger to Bokini's goalmouth. Or no danger really of a third goal. Leiroti feeding it on to Mohammed Shazil. And you can see the dejection on Shazil's face. Labasa making two changes. They are pulling out, already outside Jimson Abana. And going in is number 20. And they're pulling out the number 14 as well. Eprama Moraida has just gone in. So that's the number 20. And pulling out Akemi Ralulu. And sending in number 5, Molea Tigi. Molea Tigi, if you look at his performance in the extra Premier League, in the extra Battle of the Giants played at Subrail Park in Labasa, he's one that has a bit of fancy footworks as well. Hot on his heels, he's got speed to burn. But he's been rested in the first two matches. Didn't play yesterday. Coming off the bench today, Molea Tigi. Rodney Lava on that occasion trying to create something for Fuar Electric Lautoka. But as we have seen happen in this match on many occasions, this one too sails away. And Extra Supermarket Labasa maintain their 2-0 lead.
The celebration in New Zealand for the Radhe boys and their president, a staunch Labasa fan, Ravines Chan, is confident this will be another victory for the Extra Supermarket Labasa team. Remember, they won the IDC in Lautoka, and they carried on with the Fiji Effect and the Battle of the Giants. And now it is the Fmf Idc 2025 that is on the line.
Rodney Lava, he will play it for Ghulam Razul. Ghulam in the box. What are his options? Turned away, well, tried to do so from 2 and then 3 Labasa players. And that's when you say that's one too many. And Labasa bring it back. Molea Tigi in action now. This is Eparama Moreda, the new man that has just gone in. Boots high. Eparama will be in trouble. And lucky that this one is only a yellow. Because in that sort of a situation, and Ilimotama Chese in a lot of pain, with boots high like that, sometimes the call can very easily be a card from the back pocket, a red card.
Yeah, close call there. That is Eparama.
That is a very close call, in fact. And if you look at it in slow-mo.
Not that power from the boot as the momentum carried him through there. Not that weight on the boot to the feet of Chese. So that's where the referee, Bir Singh, has got that correct on that occasion.
Yep, so that's why just a yellow. The momentum carrying him through, but the boots were definitely high. Chese needing some attention. He's okay now, so just a free kick and the yellow card to Eparama Moreda. The reaction from the fans, because Chese was in all that pain, and he's the one that stands up to take the free kick. So, you know already as fans of football where that is going to, in terms of a bit of Hollywood or theatrics as well that comes from the players, all to gain the attention of the referee or make the punishment harsher. But Veer Singh got that correct with the yellow card to Moreza. We now have Ghulam Rasool and Shazil on the run. He sets it up nicely. The back heel. Shazil with a chance. And it's the sliding tackle that takes it away from Mohammad Shazil. Or was it the shot at the 4R Electric, rather at the Extra Supermarket Labasa goalmouth? It is. Yeah, that was Mohammad Shazil with a drive. And the sliding tackle seemed to have caught him a little.
Lakiman Konerao, the evergreen defender there, did just enough to cancel any space around to blast it home on that occasion.
Yeah, Mohammad Shazil just did not get the direction right, and probably it was Lekima charging from behind and just having him off balance. When the shot finally came, really off direction, off target, no harm to Extra Supermarket Labasa. Eparama Moreda, he will try to control it and takes a slip in the process. Goal kick. Sterling will stand tall over this. Molea Tigi tried to get it away, but Sterling did well. There he is once again, Zibra Sahib. Then Wanga catches him. So will be a free kick to Lautoka. Ilimotama Chese decides to switch flanks. Goes to Munishivam. Lautoka, Shivam once again. Mohammad Shazil. Shazil trying to bring it back inside away from Lekima. But Lekima, how many times have we seen him do that? Steady defender himself. Rusiaten Dundoi now. That foot race in the box. Simeone Nambianu giving it his all. And outside he goes. Just by the dead ball line. And he's not, well, he's holding his thighs. This is happening off screen. We're just looking at Simeone Nambenu. So for the moment, Lautoka are down to 10 men as he's down on the ground and needing some attention. The medics with him already, so that will be another pause in play.
So just around under 5 minutes, and then those added minutes will also come in. The defending champions, Extra Supermarket Labasa, now looking at how they will get their recovery and return as far as the semi-final performance is concerned on Saturday. But before that, they have a match tomorrow to complete the group matches against Suva. And like we said, there will be a lot of discussions around to see the 11, the nature of players being fielded in the 11 and on the bench, as cards, injuries and other factors will come in place.
It appears so that Labasa player in their own penalty box also needing attention. Ilyas Lino, it appears so. So the Fiji FA medics are also attending to him. While Nambenu is being looked at the other end of the field.
Also Shelvin Chan watching and supporting Labasa from Tauranga, saying go Labasa, go.
Zibra Sahib, can he make something happen for Lautoka in these last few minutes? Mohammad Shazil, Munishivam, Ghulam Rasool. He has Sterling Vasconcelos for support, decides to go for him. Sterling across into the box, and what else did you need? Zibra Sahib, we just said, is he the one that can make something happen for Lautoka? Almost did. What a cross into the box from Sterling Vasconcelos as that comes in. Zibra Sahib found himself all alone, just needed to guide that in and sends it over the crossbar. And he knows that opportunity that was missed. Hands go straight to the heads. In dismay, Simi Tamanisa will play it at the back. Lekima, Raju, Rakai, Lekima once again, Rodney Lava, but Lino will clear. Wasasala, Longaivao gets it away. Foul on, well, Labasa has possession, so they say keep playing. But now they will bring it back for a free kick to Labasa. Veer Singh having a chat with the Ipeli Leroti. "88 minutes up, and if there was anything that you would remember from the extra battle of the Giants played at Subrel Park in Labasa, 88 minutes, 99 seconds, the famous slogan that has also made the person who said this very, very famous. His name just evades me for the time being, but we also hope that he is enjoying the coverage on my TV somewhere in Vanuatu.
Yeah, that famous name is Izaz. We say Assalamu alaikum to you. And
yes,
I'm
Izaz.
sure that that laughter is loud at the moment in Labasa.
Surely will be. And if he's catching the live coverage on my TV, hopefully that laughter has gone up and enlightened the people around him one more time. Lekima, he decides to take one. That was a hot one from Lekima. Seneru Simbokini spills it, but Eparama Moraida will overrun it. So it will be a goal kick to Lautoka. And the way things are, it appears so that Labasa have pretty much wrapped up this game. We can pencil in that they will register a win here with 3 minutes of added time shown. 3 minutes of added time, unless there's a miracle that can happen for our electric Lautoka. For them to get 2 goals in 3 minutes, that's a tough, very, very tough ask. So if we pencil the win for Extra Supermarket Labasa, that also pencils a place for them in the knockout stages come the weekend. So they will be the first team to qualify for the semi-finals.
Yeah, Labasa will be right on top with 6 points and 4 goals. 2 yesterday and 2 here tonight. So 2 goals in each match for the Extra Supermarket Labasa team has taken them right to the top, and also a confirmation for them into the semi-final. Also saying Assalamu alaikum to Tawfiq out there at Silver Star Musical Entertainment, celebrating Lambasa's progress into this tournament.
And not happy in in Kashmir, Lautoka, rather, my apologies. This is the group with Moin Sahib and his army of Lautoka fans glued to the My TV stream in Kashmir, and we're hoping that for our electric Lautoka will get the needed results in this match, but that hasn't happened for them. 91 and a half played already, so a minute and a half to go. We're counting down the minutes and the seconds now. There was a chance for Mohammed Shazil as the cross came in from Moni Shivam. Well, I didn't quite catch that. Clearance from Simi Tamanisau. Then Ashnil Raju will send one in the Lautoka half. Eprama Moraida takes one away from Gulam Rasul. Now on the counter, Lautoka have left themselves wide open. And Eprama Moraida, well, it was Rusiatin Doidoi that played the pass, and it looked like Christopher Wasasala had just stepped offside. And because of that, when the pass came to Christopher Wasasala, the goal will be chalked off. The ball landed at the back of the net, but no goal. The call from the assistant referee. That would have seriously been big problems already for Lautoka if it is not big big issues for Lautoka already in terms of their qualifications, and yeah, Christopher Wasasala was already offside. And Rusiate decided to play it to him. So that goal will not count. And as they do so, referee Veer Singh will point to the stands and send us off in this match that has finished 2-0 in the favor of Extra Supermarket Labasa over 4R Electric Lautoka. A loss today, the draw yesterday, that leaves Lautoka with that last match coming up against Nandi, all to play for, but that will be determined, or the result in that match that will matter, if it will, that will be determined in the game Labasa will play against Suva. For now, we are looking forward to the final match of day one, RC Manubaiba and Nandronga coming up in this match, Labasa 2, Lautoka 0.